It's going to be so incredible. I know that for a fact because I know what he did and where he came from, and he's going to be outstanding. And congratulations to his very exciting new role and a very important role.
Congratulations to his new role. Or for his new role. I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to assume the flubs are written into the teleprompter because they're all QAnon code.
And thanks also to Kevin's wonderful, young, handsome Wesley Cooper-Smith. Because Wesley, where's Wesley? He's great. He's going to do a job. But he'll never be Kevin, right, Kevin? Because if he is, right, you know that story, right? You can't allow that to happen. That's right. He has better hair than you, Kevin. Is that right? Kevin's sort of acknowledging.
Jesus Christ. This is what's weird. He's got like a son and they like talk to each other. And you can't be bigger than the old man. You just have to, basically the goal is to have your children die before you, preferably of something disfiguring so that they're less attractive than, they're laughing. They're laughing at me.
Anyway, both great people. They're great people.
But the son's not as great as the father just because that can't be allowed to happen. Right, Eric? Eric's here somewhere. Is Eric here? I never know where Eric is.
They're going to do tremendously. Let me also express my gratitude for Heritage Board Chairman Bob Van Andel Gaby.
Bob Van Andel Gaby. Is that how it's said? Bob Van Andel Gaby.
I love that name.
Yeah, I can tell.
Where are we, Bob? Where are we?
Oh, he's in the Van Andel Gaby section.
What a name. I love that name.
I can't say it. It's very weird, but yeah.
Thank you very much. I got it okay. I practiced that one a little bit.
A little bit.
And Barb, Steve Moore is so fantastic. And Steve, I want to thank you very much because you've been there right from the beginning. Wanted to put him on the Fed, and we just about got there.
Yes, that defines a lot of things you did during your presidency. Just about 2 weeks away. He was 2 weeks away from being on the Fed.
But some extraneous things happened, meaning very unfair things. But we'll do it again, except at a higher level, okay? I promise you that. And I mean it, too.
What, are you going to be emperor of the world? Leader of the free world, wasn't it? I'm going to run to UN. I'm running for UN. Super duper guy.
A friend of mine and a man of great courage and just a really terrific person, especially when you see what's happening on our border. Tom Homan. Tom is just amazing.
Is he the guy who made it an open border and is the reason fentanyl is apparently pouring across the border that I've heard? It's gotten just terrible. Was it his idea to build the wall the way you built it because it doesn't work and it's porous and it's a slat fence and anybody who wants to can get under it or around it? Apparently, he's doing a great job. Apparently, the border's never been worse, but this is the guy in charge of it. Doesn't that kind of tie your hands a little bit when you shit on the border like that? And then you got to introduce people from CPB, apparently, that are still big boosters and go, the border sucks ass. He still works there, but...
And likewise, Mark Morgan, right from the beginning, has been with us. Mark, where is Mark? Mark, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Great job. Those two great people. And so many other incredible patriots in the room. Is that Sean? I think so. Yeah, we stand up. You know, now he's a movie star. That hair is so perfect. I think, he did a hell of a job, too. And they appreciate it now, really, a lot. And he danced very well, too. We were putting in those Trump votes. We almost got you to the end, right? We almost got you to the end.
We were putting in those Trump votes. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a Freudian slip about the fraud he bought. Oh, shit. Now I got to get out my thing. Otherwise, I'm going to get shut down everywhere. Where is it? Okay, meme board. Oh, no, that's take this guy out real quick. And then, if I may, yeah.
What?
There we go. Thank you. Thanks very much. Just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. It's not real. Not real. Just saying. This is the. Hold on. I've got to move this thing over to where I can see it. Yay. So I can do. Yeah. So we were shoving in those, we were stuffing those ballot boxes for you, Sean, and we almost got you there, but I just didn't buy enough because I thought I was gonna win. It's true. I didn't really, we thought we were gonna get you there, but apparently I should have bought about 20% more from that Chinese panda semen ballot farm that I hired to. Yeah, it's true. Honest to God.
But you did a great job.
Happy
Thanks
birthday,
so very
Anthony.
much. It's a true honor to join you this evening. For nearly 50 years, this legendary institution, which is what it is.
Which is what it is. I love when they describe something and then he agrees with the description.
Has been at the forefront of the conservative movement, helping lead the fight.
There's punctuation in there for a reason. I'm just saying.
To defend our cherished American history, culture, and traditions. Everyone here tonight, very special people, is united by the same key ideas and the same core values. We believe that the Declaration of Independence and the American Constitution represent the pinnacle of human civilization. Our founding documents are not a source of shame, they are a source of pride. And
yeah, I don't have a problem with that so far. This is these assholes trying to claim it for themselves. Never mistake the kind of faux patriotism you hear from this asshole or the Heritage Foundation. The stuff they say about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all that kind of stuff. Don't lay any of their association with it at on the responsibility of the documents themselves. These assholes are trying to claim this for themselves. Therefore, if you support those ideas, which we all do, then you're somehow on their side. That's what the Heritage Foundation is all about. Like they're trying to claim, it's like when they claim freedom, but unless you're a woman and you want to know, choose what to do with your own body, or a group of citizens in a city decides that ghost guns are a bad idea. That kind of freedom is verboten.
Great pride.
Maybe he's going to run on like the Confederate Constitution next time. Maybe that's what he's talking about, because there's a bunch of heritage folks that lean that direction as well.
We believe that the United States of America is the greatest republic in the history of the world. In America, the people do not answer to the politicians. The politicians answer to the people.
That's so weird. Yeah. So what you're telling me is like, if you're the leader of the country, the people can vote you the fuck out. That's amazing. If only I'd known we had that power. That's incredible.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
I agree. That's why you're not president anymore.
We reject the discrimination and oppression of so-called equity, and we embrace
where the little bunny fuck yous in the actual teleprompter. Equity.
Embrace the eternal principle of equality under the law.
Look at that. We did it, folks. We made them claim equality. Now they're stuck with it. Equity meaning everybody has skin in the game. We effectively all, as citizens, have the same rights, and we have the same, in deference to their parlance, God-given rights under the Constitution. We all have equity in this giant mortgage that is, how the country runs and operates and exists. That's what the equity thing is. They think it means that we want to tamp down everybody's successes so that they're all equal. No winners, just all a group, like a sea of averages, making everybody a loser. This is all semantics anyways. But what has happened is that these assholes are like, equality. We like equality. We don't like equity anymore. We were trying to get them to say equality for a long time.
Law and order, thank you. So true. Law
So
and order
true.
must be upheld without bias or prejudice, and the Constitution means what it says as written.
What it says as written. So certain people are 3/5 of a person, and quartering soldiers is super important. Also, everyone who has a gun should register it with the government, because a well-regulated militia is necessary to... All right.
We condemn censorship, blacklisting, and cancel culture because we know
Because one of them has the word black in it, for one.
that the lifeblood of a free society is free speech, which is being taken away from us very rapidly.
Yeah, but in all fairness, Truth Social is failing on its own.
In case you haven't noticed, very, very rapidly.
Oh, is it? Did it all happen at once? I thought it was sort of a slow bleed. Oh, by the way, yes, you're right. He is speaking at a microphone in front of a group of people with teleprompters that is being filmed and released on YouTube in this particular instance, but a myriad of other sites as well. Just in case you thought his free speech was being limited by government action, which is what the Constitution protects you against. By the way, organizations also have free speech, and the Republicans used to be for this all the time, especially when it dealt with the whole speech is money, money is speech thing. And apparently now, though, they believe in the government's ability to force speech upon private citizens and businesses. Yeah, you have to have everybody. Yeah, you can't have standards.
We don't have a free press or a fair press, and free speech has been eroded, but we're going to get it back. We believe that America is a sovereign nation with a sovereign people.
You know what? They always talk about free speech being eroded. Maybe we should tell them that the erosion is caused by climate change. Maybe they'll start giving a shit.
People, which means that we must have strong, secure, sovereign borders.
They're in Florida, by the way. They're surrounded by water.
Not what we have.
Oh, look at this. Trump, down here at the bottom, it says, Trump releases audio exposing Piers Morgan's deceptively edited interview. Oh, boy. Show the whole thing. Show it all. I love that that's in there. Okay, did he really release the audio? Hold on. Shit. 1 second. Trump releases... Whoops. Audio of Piers. That should be. Audio appears to refute claim he walked out of the interview over 2020 questions. Full audio reveals Morgan thanked Trump and wrapped up despite deceptively edited video. Okay, here it is. Mediaite releases audio of doctored. There we go. This is. Hold on. Oh, the audio. Why not the video?
Because they're not going to do that.
We're an hour in, so we need to wrap.
A few quick questions and then.
Thank you.
One of the big questions being put to lots of politicians right now is, what is a woman?
I'm not going to respond to the question, but a woman is somebody that swims at a certain time and doesn't get beaten by 38 seconds by some.
Holy shit. Just in case you didn't hear that, quit. A woman is a person that swims at a certain time and doesn't get beaten by 36 seconds. Fucking hell. Legally, don't act on that, folks. You cannot tell whether someone is a woman based on their swimming time. Otherwise, anybody who didn't qualify for the Olympics in swimming is now a woman. And I don't feel right taking scholarships away from girls.
Wasn't even a good swimmer as a male.
One of the other questions about potentially running again is, you've been in that pressured cauldron.
Hold on, it's really quiet.
Family. They've all come under huge attack. The children, your wife Melania. Would you be happy to put them back in there? Would they be happy to be back in there?
Well, I won't get into that, but I will tell you they all love the country, and we did a great job. I did a great job as president. We had, I think, the best numbers probably of any, even the rebuilding of the military, the right to try. Every single thing we did was a home run.
Again, this is a bunch of needle drop bullshit from the rallies.
And then we did incredibly warp speed when this China virus came.
Oh, God damn it. I don't have my soundboard. All right. I owe you guys a Operation Fart Steed.
Are you glad that the vaccine program worked? I know that I was surprised, I'll be honest, but I was pleasantly surprised that you came out and said that you'd not only been fully vaccinated, but you thought other people should be too.
Well, we saved tens of millions of lives.
Okay, so this is the whole, let me see, hold on.
This would have been the Spanish flu of 1917 had we not come up. One of the reasons he's acceptable, the Big Easy, right? But Ernie and the other pros started jumping up and down in the air. And I said, why are you guys so excited? He says, because we don't see hole in ones. They make, I guess, one every 3 turns.
Hole in one.
Okay.
That was a great interview.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Turn the camera off.
Sarah usually
The lights off too.
Very okay. So deceptively edited interview with fool Piers Morgan. He hasn't released the interview yet. That was an ad for what happened. Trump clearly got up and said, turn the camera off. You can hear him say it in that. He says so dishonest when he's leaving. And I think we're all going to find out that the whole point where he stood up and left is either the tail end of that or earlier, and then he sat back down like the wuss he is. Anyways, so that's fascinating. That little thing came across. It doesn't expose Piers Morgan's deceptively edited interview. The interview isn't even out yet. The interview doesn't come out till, what the fuck, till Monday?
We have now, Tom, right? Not what
shit.
we have now. So sad to watch what's happening to our country.
Yeah.
And we believe that economic security is national security. We believe that America is safe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He got his list of judges from the Heritage Foundation. He got his list of talking points from them there, too. I wouldn't doubt if somebody at the Heritage Foundation drafted up this speech for him.
And the world is calm when America is strong. We want peace through strength. We believe that the first duty of government is to protect and defend the interests of its own citizens. In other words, to put America first.
Yeah, but not the idiot's version of America First, like isolationist bullshit where we're not important in the world, or if we jack up trade deals or jack up tariff situations to the point where it actually fucks us on trade in the long term. Again, his version of America First, interestingly enough, it was predicated on the idea of short-term gain. Think of Trump as the hedge fund of a fund called America First that shorts a good portion of America and has like puts on parts of America. Right? Does that make sense?
We believe that America's destiny depends on upholding the Judeo-Christian values and principles of our nation's
Name one.
founding.
Name one. Say a Judeo. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem ultimately with people of faith, and he's not one, but you get my point, saying, the Heritage Foundation people viewed themselves as such, saying, Judeo-Christian values, and we have the Judeo-Christian values. But if you're going to bring them up, state one. He never does. And you know why he doesn't? Because he doesn't observe any of them. They would make him a laughing stock.
And above all,
Yes, America First, the NFT. That's a great way of putting it, Schmoopy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide.
we know that freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
Well, it's not an option. Freedom isn't given to you by God automatically. And if it's a gift, apparently somebody can, ask the Ukrainians, somebody can try and take it away from you and put a gun to your fucking head. The government's responsibility is to maintain that freedom for you, is to protect you from the loss of that freedom, in theory. So as much as it might be a gift from God, government in a lot of ways and the rest of society wraps the fucking thing, puts it under the tree, makes sure nobody takes it before Christmas morning. And again, what the fuck are you clapping for? Because he said God is responsible for something that government isn't? This is such a hack concept. Roads are not the creation of the Department of Transportation. They are a gift from God. We have a right to roads. Granted, the Department of Transportation does play a role.
There are traditions that have sustained and strengthened our country through nearly 250 years. And when I say strengthened, I mean really strong.
If it wasn't for Thanksgiving, my belly would not be able to push the table away whenever I try to stand.
It's held it together. I don't think there's ever been a time where our country has been in a position like it is today, and it's very, very sad to see.
Again, whatever. This whole, like, it sucks. I mean, a bunch of the people that are working there actually do have jobs in government. So I wonder how they feel being supporters of his. Like, it's never been this bad. Well, I went to work this morning and did my fucking job. You don't have a job in the government anymore.
Very, very sad to see. Yet today, each of these principles is threatened like never before. They're under assault by a radical left movement that seeks to demolish everything this organization exists to defend.
What would those things be? Besides the things that aren't yours that you laid claim to. Notice how everything that's a gift from God is something that you see all those gifts from God? That's us. We do that. That's us. I'm God's emissary for your rights. Everybody else's that upholds them or creates a system that functions to try and protect you, that's obviously they're against you.
The greatest danger to America is not our enemies from the outside. The greatest danger is the destruction of our nation from within.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not currently being invaded by a physical force. But the level of that danger is actually pretty fucking small.
But while the challenges for our country may loom large, our opponents are far weaker and more vulnerable than they appear, and we are far stronger than anyone can fully understand.
Yes, I guess I don't fully understand your strength because it looks like weakness to me, both in cognitive ability, electioneering, and of course your ability to actually govern and get anything fucking done. I wish could you explain that to me? I would like to fully understand how strong you are, but every time I look at what 2 weeks, you'll tell me in 2 weeks. Okay, cool.
I stand before you today bearing a simple message.
Well, in deference.
As long as America First conservatives have the courage to fight boldly for an agenda that defends American workers, American families, and America's glorious cultural inheritance, then the radical left will lose and we will win bigger than anyone thought possible.
Honestly, okay. Everything is bigger than anyone thought possible. Like that phrase is starting to grate on me. Seriously. Yeah, no, you're right, P. Matta. This speech is like Al Gore with a head wound. But that no one has ever seen before and ever, the greatest no one even can imagine. It's unbelievable, not possible.
Over the past 15 months, Americans have been horrified by the cascade of total disaster. Inflation is the highest in 40 years, and it's going much higher.
No, it isn't, and it's not inflation. It's supply shock. Fuck off.
Sorry to inform you of that. Steve, I think you can say that perhaps better than anybody.
Good. We'll bring him up and have him explain it, because I have a couple of questions myself, and you've already said I can speak up whenever I want. So I don't feel bad. Maggots, any of the trolls who are watching today, I can't feel bad about interrupting and taking a giant dump on this dude's shoulder, considering he gave me permission in the beginning.
But it's going much higher.
It's going much higher. That inflation, it's a spicy meatball.
Gas prices are now $4, $5, or even $6 a gallon, and likewise, they're going much higher. It was $1.87 just a very short time ago.
Yes, and when no one was driving. It was negative $36 a barrel. So fucking what? And by the way, production hasn't changed. I got news for you. The hedge fund people who do oil are concerned about the oil price going up a tad higher and then cratering when production goes back to normal, because it will.
Think of that, $1.87, and we had so much we didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Do you think that what happened to that? Do you think because we haven't stopped production in the United States? Do you think maybe another country that supplies a good portion of the world stop supplying that part of the world, or they stop taking it to a great extent, and taking 1/5 of the world's oil supply out might make the price of a commodity go up? Or, I'm sorry, you were telling us America sucks,
Our
right?
border is being overrun by millions of illegal aliens from
Excuse me, at last count, according to Debbie Lasko, billions, a billion people in the last 6 months.
over 140 different countries.
Yeah, and you know what that means? Three of them are okay, but the rest of them are all dirty.
Countries that many people have never even heard about.
Yes, we understand you. You're always shocked when somebody, I swear to God, if you walked up to Trump at Mar-a-Lago with an accent and just said, I'm from Gasavonia, it's a little country on the Mediterranean. We have a GDP of about $4 trillion a year, but we are very small. Gasavonia is one of the, you should come visit. He'd go, well, I've never heard of Gasavonia. We have wonderful, my cousin, he's originally Gasavonian, of course, but he lives in Frankfurt, Dagestan. Frankfurt, Dagestan is a former Soviet bloc country that is now on its own. And it's an island. And it's mainly what they do is they reanimate flesh. Mm-hmm.
We have no idea who these people are, where they come from. There's no checks. There's no balance.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that we don't pre-check people who sneak into the country? Well, we got to fix that.
There's no nothing. They just stream into our country by the millions. We now have the weakest border in history. And just 1 year ago, a little more, we had the strongest border.
Well, yeah, a little more.
In the history of our country.
Yeah, a year ago, Biden was still president. So, yeah, you're forgetting. Somebody needs to update these speeches.
Strongest that we've had in American history, and that included drugs, and it included all of the other things that come into our country.
Also, proving a negative, I call bullshit, period.
That is so bad, human trafficking, mostly in women, and it was at record lows, and now it's at record highs. Nobody's even keeping count anymore. So
yes, no one counts. No one is counting the people who sneak through uncounted. It's almost like your presidency. It's almost like if you let people slip through so they can go work at Mar-a-Lago, you don't even have to make how many people did you see go by today? I was looking this way. Oh, okay, cool. Well, mark 0.
So bad.
Mark it 0. Am I the only one here who gives a shit about the rules?
It's become so bad. Our communities are under siege from a bloody wave of violent crime with murders, the highest in nearly 30 years. Our children are being indoctrinated
by percentage
in school with wicked anti-American ideologies and demented left-wing gender theories.
Oh, it's almost as if I'm just reading these parts because the Heritage Foundation is paying me by the talking point.
Our nation has been humiliated in Afghanistan.
Terrible.
Where we had soldiers killed, left American hostages behind, and left $85 billion in American military hardware, the best anywhere in the world.
Oh, fuck this business.
They handed it over to the Taliban. They weren't even expecting it. They just got it. We surrendered. We surrendered. And remember, for 18 months, think of it, for 18 months, not one American soldier was killed. I spoke to the leader of the Taliban.
Oh, God.
Abdul. I said, Abdul, I won't tell you exactly, but I said, don't do it. And they didn't do it. They didn't do it. 18 months until that hard.
Also, for the record, fucko, how would you know, even if they did? Because well, I guess technically he wasn't president anymore when we left. But also, if anybody was killed, he had stopped going to the dignified transfers in his first year.
Horrible day where 13 soldiers were killed, and nobody was the ones that were so badly, horrifically injured, no arms, no legs, just blown to pieces for no reason whatsoever.
Well, no, they had a reason. They were religious trying to commit an act of atrocity, and members of the Taliban, the guys you were making deals with, allowed them through because they wanted to scare people, Afghans specifically, from leaving the country because they were experiencing an enormous brain drain that goes on to this day. Same thing that's happening in Russia right now. And so they let that person through to blow everybody up so that they would scare people away from trying to escape. And our people were trying to facilitate the crunch at the airport because you didn't get anybody out of the country in those lead up months that you should have. You made a deal for an exit and then did none of the prep. None of it. Those deaths are on Trump. End of story. Come at me, bro.
China no longer respects us. Iran no longer fears us. And with
Well, they don't have to fear us. We're making a deal with them, hopefully, that will help normalize their culture. You know, the British used to ski there.
their monstrous invasion of Ukraine, Russia showed just how weak they think our leaders are.
And boy, did they fuck around and find out.
They would never have done that under the Trump administration.
First of all, they were fighting in the Donbass region and the areas around Crimea the entire time. That never stopped. They were always trying to salami slice. They were just counting on this fucker to let them have it.
Never, not even a possibility.
That should never even, not even a, what? Sorry, run that by me again, dum-dum. What was the phrase again? Hold on. Does this, can I, let's see. What would be the controls for this? I'm gonna have to work on, there you go.
Under the Trump administration, never, not even a possibility.
Which is just bullshit, more proven negative. Also, he was basically giving them the tacit approval.
Not even a possibility. This is the most dangerous period in the history of our country. Right now, in my opinion, is the most dangerous in the history of our country. Never before has our world been so unsafe. And that's because of the massive power of weaponry. The weaponry today is at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean the level of weaponry? We were, all during the Cold War, there were 6,000 nukes pointed in both fucking directions. When does he think this shit started? They have drones now that can drop ballistic missiles that have a range of like trillions of miles. And
We have it, and others have it.
By the way, he means hypersonic. He calls it super duper.
There's never been anything like it. I rebuilt our military, spent $2.5 trillion, and we redid the nuclear capability. We had weapons that didn't even work. We had weapons that nobody had any idea if they did work.
Yeah, and now they get to test them. What?
And everything is either new or renovated, and it's an incredible.
Yes,
it's an incredible thing that.
Just saying, all of our nukes now have dormers on them and brand new backsplash. The HGTV show about our nukes is just, I start watching it on a Saturday afternoon and I just can't stop.
We did, but you just hope to God we never have to use them. But now the word nuclear is being thrown around like it's candy.
I don't know. I have not heard anyone worry about the use of tactical Reese's Pieces in Ukraine. I'm just saying. Yes, they have, some people say red vines, others say they're traveling, if you look on the back of the Russian tanks, you can see they have giant Toblerones.
And you can't do that.
Oh, shit. They gave it the hook. Oh, do you think these fuckers made it private? Removed by the uploader. Oh, yeah, because they know they're going to get it yanked down. So they just do it as a live stream and then they dump it. They basically get the money out. Oh, shit. Oh, and we got to end on nuclear like candy. That's just adorable. All right, hold on. I'm not so easily swayed. Whoop, hold on. a bunch of what this the. There you go. Close. Go away. Hold on. Get in here. And this is here.
Is
What the hell?
into these organizations. These are people that
What the hell? That's not the show, you bastards. Okay, they pulled it on Rumble as well. You bastards. All right, hold on. They'll post it again later. Well, here, you know what? By the way, you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide, and I think that shows taste and breeding on your part. Thanks for all the support. Don't forget to be a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/HalSparks. That's the Venmo if you want to Venmo me. Just do it. Just take a picture of that with your phone, and if you have a Venmo account, and then just go, here's 99 cents. Here's $5 for those laughs, Hal. Boy, you deal with some stuff I wouldn't want to deal with. Here's $10. That's a great way to do it. Of course, you can support the show in a myriad of other ways. I get embarrassed talking about them, so I'm going to stop now.